Hey guys, it's Whitney again. So today I just wanted to do another little bit of a tutorial with the Physicians Formula Butter Collection from Holmes. I liked it a lot actually when I did a video with it yesterday, so I figured I'd go ahead and do another. And I actually have the foundation right here, the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I have two different shades because I felt like I was in between these two and they didn't have that shade, so I just grabbed both and I thought maybe I could mix them and it would be a perfect shade. So I figure I'll try this foundation out today with the rest of the butter collection and see how that works, and then that way I'll pretty much have like a full face of Physicians Formula and we'll just go from there. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the video, and I don't have a Physicians Formula primer or anything like that, unfortunately. If there are any good ones, let me know for sure. I'll make sure and grab them. So if you guys know of any good Physicians Formula primers or setting sprays or powders, anything like that I'm missing, let me know, because I did not grab anything like that. So just sound off below. So I'm just going to use my Dior Forever Skin Primer and just get started with that. Okay, so I went ahead and got on my Dior Forever Skin Primer, and then I went ahead and primed my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, which is still going, if you can believe it or not. It's about dead, but it's still kicking it. I mean, if you can see this, it's like super thin. Like, it's still kicking it, so it's standing the test of time. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into this, so I'm just gonna bring you guys in a little closer. There, how's that? I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the foundation, which I don't know if they have a concealer either, but I didn't grab their concealer if they have one, so I'll just use the Fenty concealer with this. So I'm just going to jump into the foundation and crack both of these bottles open. Okay, so now that I've got these open, I have the shades LC1, which I'm assuming is light cool one. And then I also have the shade LN3, which I'm assuming is light neutral 3, which they didn't have a 2 at all when I went to go pick this up. So I just grabbed both of these, and hopefully we can find a winner with these. So I'm just going to do some swatches. It's a doe foot applicator. Interesting. I think the only other foundation I have like this is the Tarte Shape Tape. Yeah. So that's interesting. And that one looks yellow. I feel like neither one of those match very well. Maybe the first one. It's still not a match, but I think this one's the closer one, so I'm gonna try that one, and that is the LC1. So let's try that, and hopefully I'll be a winner with that one. So I guess, since it has the doe foot applicator, I'm just going to dot it on my face where I know I want coverage. Oh, it's like a super thin formula. So what does it say about it? Brightening complex for all skin type, packed with vitamins and antioxidants for healthy coverage, infused with Chinese Wuzu Yu extract and hyaluronic acid to brighten, hydrate, and even skin tone. We'll see. I feel like I'm having to put a lot of this on right now, but we'll see how far I get with the coverage. Ultra blendable, lightweight, buildable, and breathable. Shake bottle before use. Did I shake the bottle? I don't remember. Hopefully I did. Okay, anyways, going in with my IT Cosmetics foundation brush, but this is just the 101 airbrush blurring foundation brush. So it blended out pretty well. Like, it doesn't look like a horrible shade match once it's blended out. I feel like I could use a little bit more coverage though around the nose area. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more. Let's shake it. Shake, 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 shake. So far so good. I'm not having any complaints about this foundation. It is ultra lightweight. It is ultra breathable. It is everything that the bottle described and said that it would be. So far so good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty concealer. This is just the Pro Filter Concealer in shade 150. I'm just taking what's left on the brush and just adding it to my chin and my forehead just for dimension, just to add a little bit of brightening. I'm just going to take my flat top concealer brush from Target and just blend all of this out. I should probably experiment more with the Fenty concealer brush, huh? I mean, I have it. I decided I didn't like it, but I have it, so maybe I should try it one more time. See how I like it again. I'll try it. I'll try it on the other side and see if there's like a difference. Okay, so now I'm just gonna grab the Fenty concealer brush, which is the number 180. And I'm just going to blend out the rest of this under eye right here. Test out this brush again. You know, it's actually not as bad as I remember it being. Maybe it was just me that day, or maybe it's just me today. I don't know. I kind of changed, like, the weather, so there's no telling. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Alright, so now let's go ahead and set this. Like I said, I don't have a Physicians Formula setting powder. I don't even know if they make one. So I'm just going to use my Becca Hydra Mist setting powder and go from there. Okay, so just going to pop this on and set everything real quick with my Joa powder brush. Love this brush. It's just large enough to get everything done. Okay, setting powder is done, and once again, do not have any Physician Formula brow products, so I'm just going to use what I have. I'm just going to grab the Anastasia Brow Wiz in shade Soft Brown. One brow down, one to go. Alright, what do we think? Got the brows done. Now it's officially time to jump back into the butter collection. I love this. So yesterday I went a little hard with the bronzer. It is deep and I didn't realize quite how deep. So I'm going to go a little soft-handed with it today and just use my Morphe bronzer brush, just an angled little brush. It's still dark. That's okay though. It's okay. Which this is probably normal to a lot of people. I'm just like super light-handed with any kind of bronzer or contour just because I get really scared with it. So I don't do a whole lot. So anytime it, like, you can actually see it on my face, I'm like, oh my god, I went too hard. But it might just look fine. I'm just self-conscious about it, so. It's not near as heavy-handed as it was yesterday. It's still dark, obviously. It is a deep bronzer, but not as heavy-handed as yesterday, so I guess that's good. Like when I first did it yesterday, I was like, oh my god, I totally ruined it. And then I started looking at pictures of it and I was like, damn girl, slay. So I don't really know how I feel about it, to be honest. So we've got our bronzer on. Let's jump into the blush in shade Copacabana. So I'm just going to grab my Wet n Wild P72 brush and just dip into that shade. And you guys, it just smells so good. I love it. I just love it so much. I'm a sucker for the smell, I think. Yeah, nice and beachy vibes on this January day we're having today. It's a high of like 61 degrees today though, so today's not bad, and it's actually sunny out there. It's been raining for a few weeks, so pretty happy about today right now. So now I'm going to jump into the highlighting shade, which is called Just Beachy, with my Wet n Wild highlighting brush, which is the P77. So just gonna drop right in there. It's so smooth and soft. Oh my god, it's so small. Oh, I love it. That is a pretty highlight, y'all. And like, you can layer that and it just, oh my god, the glow on it. I love it. So I'm officially in love with the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. It is amazing. It is amazing. I just can't stop packing it on. It is so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit down the bridge of the nose and a little on the Cupid's bow. That is so pretty. Okay, so for today's eye look, I'm obviously going to be using these colors again in the palette, but I want to do something different than what I did yesterday. So what I'm going to start with again is I'm going to drop the bronzer shade as my transition, just from crease to brow bone. So I'm just going to grab my MAC 224 for that, dip a little into there. Okay, so now that we've got that transition shade on, I'm going to drop into Tropic Like It's Hot and put that in the crease and then create that outer V right there as well. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used yesterday, which is that really tiny crease brush, the really detailed crease brush. The Morphe 562, super duper small. So I'm just going to dip into this shade right here. A lot of kick up in that. Okay, so now taking that small Target brush that I have and dipping back into the same shade, Tropic Like It's Hot, and just creating that outer V, just adding a little bit of depth right there. Okay, so now I want to take the lighter shade in here, which is called No Filter, this one right here, and I'm just going to pick that up actually with my finger and just swipe it across the lid just to see how these butter eyeshadows apply with the finger. I'm just curious. And they smooth right on, just like butter. Would you look at that? Who would have thought that butter eyeshadows would go on smooth like butter? Such a fucking revelation, Whitney. So what do we think about that? So now I think I want to take this green shade here called Holmes and drag that on the lower lash line. I'm just going to grab this little pencil brush. It's just a Sephora pencil brush. So the green got a little muddled with that Tropic Like It's Hot shade. So it turned just a little bit muddy, but I'm not mad at it because it just kind of smoked it out. Like, it doesn't look like a terrible muddy. It just kind of looks smoked out. So I'm just going to leave it like it is. Just going to call it. But now what I am going to do is take some of this highlighter shade again in Just Beachy and pop that right in the inner corner of my eyes. Just using my pinky finger seems to be my best tool for this, to be quite honest. Brightens everything up a little bit more. Okay, so now let's go ahead and finish off with the Butter Collection palette. So let's just jump into the Mura. I think I'm saying that right. Mura. M-U-R-U. Murmura, I think. Okay, so this is the shade Pop the Bubbly. So this, I'm pretty sure this is exclusive to this box. And I kind of like this shade, actually. Like, at first I was like, whoa, that's metallic. I thought it was going to be like a chapstick. But, I don't know, I'm kind of digging it, kind of getting into it more. Always good to wear things for a few days and then decide. So now, just to finish off with the Butter Collection, I'm going to use the Butter Paradise Eau de Toilette. So we're just going to... And now we smell like Butter Paradise, quite literally. Okay, so closing up the Casey Holmes Butter Collection Physicians Formula palette. Now we're just going to go ahead and finish off the look with a little bit of mascara. So I'm just going to pop on some of the Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara. So I just got a little bit of the Mura lip butter in my mouth. It actually tastes really good. Like it tastes, like it smells. It's just delicious all the way around. Can't beat it. Okay, so we've got a little bit of mascara on. Now I want to pop on some lashes. So these are the Kiss Blowout Lash in the style Pixie. I believe they were the Allure Best Lash winner for 2018. So I'm going to pop these on and I will be right back. Okay, so lashes are on. I should have done this before, but I totally forgot about it, just spaced out and forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now. I'm just going to set everything real quick with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And there we have it. That is the finished look from the Butter Collection that we are doing today. Mostly Physicians Formula. Physicians Formula Foundation, Physicians Formula Bronzer, Physicians Formula Blush, Physicians Formula Highlight, Physicians Formula Eyeshadows, Physicians Formula Lip Products, and we even have a Physicians Formula perfume. So come on now, this is a full face, almost full body of Physicians Formula. So if there's anything I'm missing that is like a staple in the Physicians Formula collection that you guys love, let me know because I'm obviously missing out on it. Okay guys, so it is the end of the night. I have had on this Physicians Formula foundation for about, what time is it? It is 7, so about 7 hours now. Let's just go ahead and give it a look-see and see how it's held up throughout the day. So what do we think, guys? How are we feeling about it? I feel like it held up okay. Like, it doesn't seem to be sliding off. It doesn't seem to be pulling up anywhere. I feel like it's a little kind of cakey around this area, but maybe that's just because I put too much powder on. I'm kind of bad about that just because I'm oily, so I feel like I always need more powder, which might not necessarily be true, but I feel like it helps to keep me from being so oily throughout the day, so I'm not constantly blotting, because I will be constantly blotting. But yeah, so this is the foundation, you guys. What do we think about it? It wore off a little bit on the chin. I don't know if you guys can see that. Wore off a little bit right there. But that's pretty typical from an 8-hour wear for me, just because the way I eat and like kind of wipe my mouth, and I always have my hands around my mouth too, so that's pretty typical. That's nothing that I'm too concerned about. So all in all, I felt like it wore pretty well. So the Physicians Formula Brightening Complex, the Healthy Foundation, gets a thumbs up. Yay for Physicians Formula. So I like this one. Alright, so that is officially it for this video. We have done our tutorial, our get ready with me. We have done our wear test. We have done our review, and now it is time to call it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. If you liked my vibe and you want to see more of me, go ahead and subscribe. I totally appreciate that. So hopefully you'll be seeing more of me and I'll be seeing more of you. Alright? I love you guys. Peace out.